Hello, good evening, and welcome to Indigo Starseed's Sunday Spiritual Service. This is really important. This will include mediumship, and comments will and can be made public, and the service will be widely broadcasted. To comply with all law, it's for entertainment purposes, but do listen on, and it may well change the way you think or change the way you view the world. That's kind of my intention. So I've called myself an advocate for the spirit world. I've been doing this for quite some time, and it's something I get great pleasure and comfort from, and that's what I hope to bring to you today. So I'd love to know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Hello, Sophie. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. We must catch up this week. We forgot again this week, but the things just get in the way, don't they? Indigo, I'm echoey. Why am I echoey? I shouldn't be echoey. Hang on. Is that better now? My mobile. Can you let me know if the sound is better, please? Hello, Sharon. Hi from Wyoming for Lynetta. Hello, good Gail, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Rosie Din. Lovely to be here with you. Dawn Johnson, lovely to see you. And Debbie Ace in Kent. I saw your name the other day. You were on my broadcast the other day, so welcome here. Alexandra from Massachusetts. Lovely to see you, darling. Lovely to see you. It's been a little while. And Vicky Haley, you came on my show the other day as well. And I did send you a little message today just to join a group about learning or about working with spiritual world as such. So those of you who are watching and haven't heard, I'm running an introduction to the spiritual arts. When I say the spiritual arts, I mean a bit of everything. So there's a bit of magic, a bit of very little mediumship, because that's something I really want to do on a one-to-one basis. But more psychic and just the general spiritual arts, and everything has its place in mediumship, because really as a medium all you can do is enhance your own sensitivity. It's not really anything anyone else can do for you, so that's important to say. Came out and back in again, sounds fine. Great, it was on my phone. Sound is great. Thank you very much for letting me know. If there are any hiccups, guys, do let me know. I'm just going to pull my camera a little bit closer because I can't quite see my eyes. So it's okay, Sophie, not a problem, not a problem. So firstly, please do invite friends, family, beloveds, those that need comfort, those that need some entertainment. This evening is a Sunday spiritual service. It's a virtual spiritualist meeting. Hello, Louise Marie Hunt. Thank you for joining us. And so many more lovely, lovely people on here. But the most important thing to understand is that we start with philosophy, then we go into a healing section. So please list off people you'd like healing sent to. Then we go into a song, and hopefully, as long as she's in a good mood, I've got a little special guest coming in with me. And then after that, we go into around about an hour and a half of live mediumship. Some of you have been here before, some of you haven't. So it's lovely to see you here, and thank you for your support, because I wouldn't be where I am or who I am without you, because you guys help me grow. Wow. Just had a pink feather drop at my feet. Anyone know the meaning? Oh, okay. So feather is always spirit, but I'd say it's a female spirit. I'd say it's a gentle female spirit that wants to give you comfort. I feel that you've had communication with this person before. In fact, I feel that you've felt them before. That's something to be said. Thank you for saying, Louise Marie. That's lovely. So, yes, we shall get on very, very shortly. So just to reiterate, it's a Sunday spiritual service. It will include mediumship, and comments will and may be made public. The service will be widely broadcasted, so it will go around the world. So if there's anything you don't want anyone to see, please don't put it up. If for any reason you don't want to work with me when I have a spirit through as a medium, you can just confirm that it's your beloved and just say, I don't want to work, I don't want to know anymore. That's fine. It's all about you guys. It's not about the messenger, it's about the message. And that's hugely, hugely important. So I shall move on. So what I've got for philosophy for you today is my own words, because that's what I tend to use. I use this just because it's a case of I don't cause anyone any disharmony, because I don't want to cause anyone disharmony. This is all about bringing pleasure and love and just comfort and some good times, Okay. So what I'd like to do is just share some things with you. So recently, we've all been going through, and some countries are still going through what we're calling lockdown. I don't really like the term lockdown. None of us are put into, that I know of, are put into cells. We're all in a situation where we've still got an element of freedom, and we must think and never forget the people who didn't have that freedom, that were shackled, because that really is the lockdown, isn't it, folks? But what I want to say is very much around this situation of the present times. The reading inquiries I've had from people are really about where to go next. Now, I'm known as a pathfinder. It's something I do, and I work in an oracular fashion. So I sit with my guides and I give the information they give to me through cards or various other means, also hands-free, as you will see this evening, in a mediumship fashion. But what I want to say is lots of people have been having that moment to really understand what they want out of life. And I really think this is a blessing. As much as things have been difficult, and I'm not negating that, I always see a silver lining, but I see it as a blessing. I see it as a blessing that some of us have had the time to pause. Some of us have had enforced pauses. Now, that's difficult as well, but I've been made redundant myself. And I can tell you my life was healthy and more happy afterwards. And I actually did end up earning more. So, don't feel it's all the worst thing in the world. But what I want to bring to you is the idea of the power in the pause. When we're feeling angry, when we're feeling emotional, we can just stop and for a moment just be quiet. There's nothing that needs to be said. It's about understanding the value of that moment. That is so important. And with that moment also, when we have an enforced pause, or when we have like a time to think. Now, this is really interesting, because we say we don't have time to think. We don't have time to do this. We don't have time to do that. And then a lot of the country were like, but, what can I do? And it's like, well, what about all the things you said you didn't have time for? That would be my result. But anyway, the situation was so many people were inquiring where to go next. Most of them had an idea, and I want to share with you a little poem that I channeled. I'll give you a story about in a second. I just want to see what Amy said. Yes, I agree. We all asked for extra time. We definitely got it. Absolutely. So Sarah Spriggs, so true. Thank you for saying that. So I went on a eco-shamanism course, or eco-shamanism workshop. I did a few, and it's very, very interesting. It's about understanding the messages and the answers and the medicine in plants. And with this one I went on, I came across a plant I was given by the shaman of the group. I'm just going to see. The name of the plant is Lunaria annua, or Lunaria It's also called honesty. We were sat in meditation, and we were sat in our own personal space and our own personal power, which is important. People negate this power that we have. Everyone has it. You just got to stop for a while and just listen. So we sat in this personal power, in this meditative state, and we held our plants, and the plants gave us a message. And this message, this plant is generally called honesty. It's called honesty, or annual honesty in English. It's a species of flowering plant native to the Balkans and Southwest Asia, and naturalized through the temperate world. So we brought it into our country. And I'd like to share with you this poem. And thank you for those who are telling people what we're doing, because it's a spiritualist service, folks. So we're not doing live readings today. So conversation with honesty. This is the plant. This is what it told me. Be honest with yourself. What is it you really want to do? What is it you really want out of life? Simplify and simplify further again. Cancel obligations. Clear some time and space. Don't feel guilty, though you do. We all have our own individual journeys to make. Connect deeper within yourself. Connect with your higher self. Cease asking questions of others. Ask yourself. What do you really feel? Live in the present. Live in the now. Now is precious. The future can wait. And before is just a memory. Pay attention to now. To your body and spirit within. Shed out the old, outgrown layers and reveal a new, silky, calm, healthy skin. Slow down, stop, and rest a while. Balance the sun and moon time within your day. Sort out your life. Organize externally and internally. And sometimes sleep and rest is needed more than to go out and play. Be honest with yourself. So I hope you enjoyed that. And the message that I'm trying to give you is not only do we have the answers within, not only do we have our inner guidance, and I can certainly help you discover that further if you want to go down that route, or you can sit in your own personal power or sit with a plant. Sit with a creature, sit with your cat and it's on your lap and just stroke the cat and feel what the cat wants to tell you. Is the cat saying like, you need to slow down, you need to rest, you're tired, mummy? You know, all these things. There's so much out there that we don't understand and we don't tap into. And most of this is programming. Now, I'm not negating the value of traditional education because I think it's really important. But I think what we have forgotten is to actually work with ourselves rather than consulting books. And traditionally, Native Americans, if they wanted to know about a stone, they would sit and talk to the stone and lick the stone and hear the stone and feel the stone. You know, they wouldn't like go to an encyclopedia or an internet. And I just want to bring that to you, that there's so much more you can actually receive yourself. And the point is, the moment you pay attention, so like Louise Marie was saying with her feather, she may well have more feathers appear now because she's paying attention to the signs that are coming her way. So thank you very much for joining me with that. It's one of my favorite poems I've written. Yes, it's wonderful. I need some water, but thank you. Sometimes like bringing up words from different times is quite emotional. I feel quite emotional because actually an awful lot of, well, not, I say awful all the time, I gotta drop that, but a lot of the message within that I've listened to. Some of it was enforced by the current situation. Actually, I'm not keen to get on the road and drive around everywhere anymore. I'm keen to stay where my family is and you know, work every now and then at home. All right, so thank you for joining me there. I hope you did enjoy that. So the next section of the event is healing. So I'm going to read a traditional spiritualist healing prayer. I'm a bit hot. My daughter wanted me to wear this top and it's so hot. I'm going to read the traditional healing prayer from the spiritualist churches. If you can place anyone's name that you feel needs healing, whether they be famous, whether they be your friend, whether they be a neighbor, stranger, homeless people, doesn't matter. Just set those intentions. And the thing about magic and the thing about healing is it's all about what you feel, what you're sending out. So just send it out from the heart, hold your hands together, close your eyes, whatever you do to hold that sacred space. and I shall begin. So after I've read the healing prayer, we will have 2 minutes silence. I will put it up on the screen. All right. Gracious Spirit of thy goodness, hear our anxious prayer. Take our loved ones who are suffering, neath thy tender care. Loving Father, hear us, hear us. Gracious Spirit, may thy presence shed a healing ray, turning all the nights of darkness into glorious day. Loving Father, hear us, hear us. Gracious Spirit, shouldst thou claim them, be their light and guide. Lead them to the heavenly kingdom safely by their side. Loving Father, hear us, hear us. Thank you very much. I'm going to put a ticker on now just to say that we're going into 2 minutes silence, and I'll put an alarm on. I will silence my mic just in case I make noise my side, and we shall begin. So thank you very, very much for the 2 minutes silence there for healing. And we'll shortly go into a song. I hope you're all well. Do keep putting up the comments. It's lovely to see all the healing that people are giving. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Never negate not only the value of intention, but also the power of a smile. A friend of mine actually walked past someone on a bridge in Bristol, very famous bridge, the Clifton Suspension Bridge, and he smiled at him and asked if he was okay. And the police later on sent him a letter saying he'd actually saved this man's life just with a smile and a hello. So just know that that is incredibly healing and powerful itself. All right, I'd like to welcome my guest, please. And we're going to do a little bit of raising the vibe. And thank you for opening the window because it's incredibly hot. Okay.
No, I've been wearing a onesie today.
Come here. So the lights is hot. So
This is nice.
careful of your legs.
What?
All right, you're sitting on me. Don't sit on me, please.
I'm bigger than you.
Don't sit on me. I don't want to be sat on.
Look, I'm bigger than you in the camera.
She's relishing the fact she's looking larger than me because she's nearly as tall as me. Hello, little starseed, they're saying. All right, come on then. All right, we only learnt this one today, so we'll try our best.
Didn't learn it. I heard Mum play the song once.
Put your legs down. Put your legs down.
I can't, otherwise I'll fall.
You finished prattling?
You starting the song anytime today?
You'll think we get on so well all the time, eh? All right. Okay.
Fine.
Don't lean on me. I can't sing if you're sat on me.
I can't literally move.
All right. 1 moment. Can you stand up? My water's there. All right, sit down.
You just moved your
There we
chair. Go. Okay.
Well, so you can sit down because that's where you normally sit, isn't it? Rather than on me. All right, we'll stop bickering. Don't. Okay. We shall begin our song. Are you ready, little starseed?
It's not our song. We didn't write it.
No, we didn't write it. We're just singing it. You ready?
We'll begin singing.
Are you ready?
1, 2, 3. All the small things that happen today could be the big things that get in your way. But don't lose the spark in your eyes. Keep your heart open wide. Go be a star. Love who you are. Once you know you have everything, then you'll have everything that you need inside to shine. To shine. There are flowers that bloom in the snow. There are places that nobody knows. So just drown out the crowd. Just be brave and be proud. Go be a star. Love who you are. Once you know you have everything, then you'll have everything that you need inside to shine. To shine. Shine, shine. Shine, shine. Go be a star. Love who you are. Once you know you have everything, then you have everything that you need inside. To shine, shine, shine.
shine, 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 shine. Thank you very much to Little Starseed. Good night, sweetheart. School tomorrow.
You haven't got anything
Yeah.
on your cheek, don't worry.
That's okay. It's okay. Good night. Love you lots. So that's actually a Lisa Loeb song. I'm looking fairly like her today. I'm having a Lisa Loeb day. And her name, the name of her song is Shine. I found it today. I was guided by spirit to it. I just love the words. I love the tune. I love the sentiment. It's just saying, you know, be who you are, guys, and just shine as bright as the star you can, because it's important. It's important to always honor yourself, and you're never going to be everyone's cup of tea. I'm sure I'm not, but it's a case of you just do what you need to do in life. One moment, because I need to just sort something out. One moment. Sorry, just didn't shut the door properly, and I can't work with people without a closed room. Okay. So I hope you're all doing well. Going to go into the mediumship very soon. Do please like and share. Really appreciate it. I work hard on this page, and it's just lovely also to get messages to people who don't normally come to my events. And sometimes we really make people's lives something different. There's quite a few people actually watching right now that will vouch for me bringing through beloveds that have really brought them some comfort. So I hope to do that as many times as I can in my lifetime, which I do hope is fairly long, but not too long. I don't want to be ancient. Anyway, that's me just waffling in my head. I'm Indigo Starseed Psychic Medium. This is Sunday's spiritual service. I'm going to go into around about an hour and a half. What am I talking about? An hour and a half mediumship, but I'm going to go into a minute and a half's linking into spirit. What you need to do, folks, is listening to what I'm saying. If you understand at least 70 or 80% of what I'm saying, please speak up. Spirit will use all sorts of cryptic clues or cryptic messages, so just listen with an open mind. Every session I've done, even the ones which haven't been taken on the broadcast, have actually been connected to loved ones afterwards. So far, we've managed to connect everyone together, and that's what it's about. It's not a live reading session, please, guys, so don't ask for live readings. I will put that message up on the screen right now. So please do not ask for live readings. Spirit will present themselves to me. Please follow the instructions given by my dear friend Sophie, who's admin, and we shall move ahead. Okay. So I'm just going to link in. I'm not going to sleep. I'm just sending down my roots, opening my chakras and expanding my aura. And one day you'll understand all of that, but maybe not quite now. Okay. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Right. So the person I've got with me right now is a lady. I'm feeling that this lady was incredibly sleepy and very, very dozy. I don't know whether she was on heavy medication, but she's almost so sedated that I don't know whether she could possibly think. So it might even be a coma. I'm not sure. I've got to say. I'm going to take that one off, but comments will be made public, guys. So please just bear that in mind. Okay. With this lady, I was getting the name Jack and the name Gary as well connected to this lady. I feel that she was in her 80s because she's showing me she's an older person. I do feel that she passed in either hospital conditions or in medical conditions because I'm seeing a green medical gown with this person. I feel there's a connection to this person in February, and I feel the person on here that is connected to them has been shedding a tear today because it's some kind of anniversary. So I do feel this lady was a mother or a grandmother. And I just want to reiterate that she definitely had an element of being unconscious or what's the word? Sedated. Connection with Gary, not Gary. Did I say Gary? Yes, Gary and yes. You can, Simon. Okay. Can you take all of those? And there's a connection with February as well. And I was going to say this person who's watching has been crying today because that's what they're bringing to me. They're bringing to me a feeling of sadness, a feeling of loss. Can you let me know, Simon, if that's making sense, please? Okay. I've just seen a compass as well. So it's someone who is feeling a bit lost in their direction. I'm just going to see if that's making sense. Okay. Simon Hawkwood's mentioned something, but he hasn't come back. So Gary was her husband, February the 1st, her birthday. Thank you very much. Thanks for letting me know that, Simon. So does it make sense to you, her being sedated or in a coma or unconscious? Because that's the feeling I'm getting. It's like, I just feel that she couldn't really get things together in her mind before she passed away. The person lost is another relative. Okay, lovely. Okay. So can you let me know, Simon, it's a female in your husband's February 1st birthday. Can you let me know if this lady is making sense to you and she died in hospital? Okay, thank you for saying, Simon. Thank you. So I'm working with you, Simon. So I feel with this lady that you would go to her for advice or she would give advice. I'm not sure. You're saying she's heavily sedated. I'm so glad because I thought maybe I'm not having a strong link, but I just couldn't really see my way through it. So it's really important to say that. Okay, my grandma passed in hospital, had some name Gary and sister's anniversary of death yesterday. My grandma was put down. Okay, name was Irma. Okay, Shannon. Wasn't old, she looked old. Okay, Shannon. So Shannon Johnston and Simon are saying they can take this. So if you can both listen and we will make sure that this link is placed. And I say link because at the moment we don't quite know who our spirit friend is. Okay. She's showing me a handbag and she's showing me that she would have the same handbag for a very, very long time. She was someone who did amend, and she had things which were old and tattered, but as long as they were functional, she was happy. So the person she wants to connect with is someone who's a bit concerned about maybe their status, or possibly like something being a bit old and tatty and they should replace it, but they can't quite manage to. And Simon's saying the anniversary of her passing was recently. Okay. So this is the handbag that's important. All right. Can you give me something to indicate who you are with, please? All right. So she's giving me a connection to a vehicle with very, very large wheels. So Shannon, can you tell me if you have a connection to a vehicle with very large wheels? And Simon, can you tell me if you have a connection to a vehicle with large wheels? She's not really saying much. She's just showing me pictures. I feel that she couldn't say much. I feel that she just... Can't take handbag, although, okay. Camera is off. No, my camera's on. My camera's on, Rosie Din. She had a brand new... My dad drove a truck with large tires when I was a child. Okay, so we still can't get it from there. Okay, let's see what we can find for you. Can't see, camera's off. Can everyone else see, please? Camera is okay here. Rosie, can you go back out and back in again? Because it's fine, okay? But you can't see, so maybe she can't see. All right, okay. Let me go into this energy. Like I say, she's not strong. She's not a strong person. She wouldn't say an awful lot. I don't feel she would say an awful lot before she was heavily sedated. Can I ask Simon and Shannon? Is it Shannon? Sorry, Simon and Shannon Johnston. Can either of you take this lady being a widow, please? Because she's showing me a wedding ring, but she's telling me that sadness with her wedding ring. So she's a widow or a divorced woman. Yes, she was a widow. Okay, let me test the energy because I haven't done that. Okay. So can you tell me, darling, if you're with Simon, please? Can you tell me, please, if you're with Shannon? Okay, it actually does feel stronger with Shannon. So for the moment, I'm going to work with Shannon and we're going to go from there. It may be a double link, but I do feel the widow was important. Not a widow, but was divorced. I do feel it was widow. I changed it. That was my human mind. I do feel she's a widow. Okay. And this is a grandmother, is it, of yours, Shannon? Is that right? Have I got that right? Please. Hello, Maggie Pring. Nice to see you here. Shannon, can you confirm it was a grandmother of yours, please? And she's showing me a needle and thread. So she's showing me, she told me she was make, do, and mend, but she would show you how to fix things. She would show you how to do things. Okay. So I do feel I'm actually with your grandmother. Okay. Now you've given me her name, so I'm not going to give you her name, but I just would like to confirm if that is her. And the energy does feel really right with that. This lady is very, very meek, and you have her sewing items. There you go. There you go. Link has been established as with Shannon Johnston. Yes, it has. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, Simon, I kind of jumped on. You were the first person to answer. I didn't really behave myself. The energy's got stronger now as well. So that's a lesson for the indigo. All right. So Shannon, there's like big changes going on around you because I'm seeing this compass and I'm feeling that this lady would help you make decisions. This lady would be someone you go and sit and have a chat with or phone up and just say, what do you think? What should I do? And she wants to just say to you that she can still do that. She comes in a lovely floral scent. She's a lovely smelling lady. She's very well looked after. And I do feel that there's a hint of like hair products. I don't know if she's setting lotion or something. That's what I'm smelling also. And I just feel that she wants to say to you that, you know, there was a time where you couldn't communicate with her, but now she can communicate with you. Okay. Now, I know Louise Marie was saying about feathers earlier, but I do feel that she is sending you white feathers. So if you've received white feathers, they are your grandmother. And I do feel that she's also saying that she wants to teach you. So there's something she wants to teach you that she didn't get a chance to do. And I do feel that that this is coming through for you. Okay. This lady loved always see white feathers. Thank you. My lady, what's that? Oh my goodness, so funny. I teased her for hair products. I was just talking about that. Yeah, it's a bit smelly, but the flowers are nice. The like nice smelling stuff is nice, but the hair stuff is a little bit strong. My grandmother used to wear LNA hairspray, and it's very similar to that. Yes. So she's just saying that she'll be there to guide you all the way. So Shannon, there's some big decisions to make, and she's just saying, you know how to do it. You just follow your heart. You sit in a quiet space. You take no relevance to anyone or any advice from anyone, because everyone will have a different part of opinion. And Shannon, this is part of the issue. It feels like you've spoken to this person and spoken to this other person, and they're all giving you conflicting advice. So she's saying, just sit and meditate. You can go into meditation and sit under an oak tree. It's a really good connection to spirit. And sit under an oak tree and just ask for a response. Just ask for some guidance through you. So as I was saying earlier, the beginning of the event this evening, I was saying I recently changed careers and thought much about the words she said to me years ago when I accepted it. But there is something else coming along as well. So it might be to do with whether you accept something or not. I don't know. I don't 100% know. I sat under an oak tree yesterday and did exactly that. Well, there you go. It's a very, very good way of connecting to spirit using an oak tree. It's very traditional. It goes back to very, very old times, very old witchy ways. So you know that she's there. You know she's close. You have her sewing stuff. There's some things around you that you need to fix up, okay? There's something you've got a hole in, and she's saying, if you don't darn it soon, it's going to fall apart. And I feel that's something she would have said to you when she was here. So, yeah. So it's just wonderful. Her energy is very gentle. She's very gentle. She's quite small. I don't know whether she was small in herself, but she feels quite small. And her eyesight's not so clear. So there's something going on with her eyesight because I'm not seeing so clearly. But I really feel that the more and more you sit with your own energy and channel as such, the more you'll get the answers you're looking for. Yes, she was tiny. Oh, I'm glad, because I just felt so small, but I didn't really want to say someone's smaller than me because I'm not that small. And she had bad eyesight. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. Okay. She wants to give you a basket full of fresh fruit. So I don't know if this is a nod to like better eating or just like maybe a bit more nutrition you need, but she wants to give you a basket of fresh fruit. And I feel this is something she would gift to you. So I don't know whether it just feels like she was a very healthy living woman, very healthy living. And I just want to give that to you and leave you with her love. But thank you so much, Shannon Johnson, for working with me. Thank you for speaking up. And sorry to Simon, I did have what appeared to be initially a double link, but just bear in mind that this may happen. And thank you for allowing me to work with Shannon. I want to give you one last thing. I want to give you an Edelweiss flower. She's given that to me to give to you. Should have some meaning. We used to pick raspberries out her yard. Thanks so much. Lovely. Great. Wonderful. Thank you. I'm relieved. I really thought I wasn't very strong with spirit then, but I just had to get the right information over. And any of you are training as a medium, that's what we have to do. We have to get the right information over. When you find the right contact, the energy builds. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So anyone who's watching, please read the screen. It's not live readings. We're doing a Sunday spiritual service. Anyone who asks for a reading, I'll just delete their comment. So there we go. Oh my goodness, it does. Our family on that side come from Germany. Lovely. Wonderful. Wonderful. I was going to say, I don't often get an Edelweiss flower, so it's really quite special. Thank you. Thank you for working with me, Shannon. And if you fancied leaving a review on Indigo Starseed Psychic Medium, I'd be most grateful. Thank you. All right, so I'm just going to have a sip of water, folks, and then we'll see who would like to come in and say hello. All right. So wonderful. Thank you, Shannon. All right. Oh. All right. So I've got someone with me who had discomfort with their back, but they've also got a problem with their arm because my arm does not feel right at all. Let me just... I feel it's the lady I've got with me. And I feel that she either had her arm in a sling or she had some kind of splint on her arm because it feels like I've got damage inside my arm. This lady was really, really happy-go-lucky. She's just telling me that even when she fell, because this is how she hurt her arm, even when she fell, she still laughed at being silly. She sort of laughed it off. And I just feel this is a major part of her personality. She would be incredibly clumsy, even in her younger years. And I feel that her home was full of chipped and damaged sort of crockery and things because she was always knocking things over and just didn't have very good spatial awareness, let's say that. She definitely had a cat because I've just seen a cat come in. And the name Martha or Margaret is making sense around this person. I'm also being brought to the month of November as an anniversary or passing. And I'd like to connect to someone on this live that has green walls in their living room. How interesting is that? So green walls in your living room, okay, or pale green. We've got a lady here. She's happy-go-lucky, very clumsy all her life. She fell, she broke her arm, she also hurt her back. And she ended up, I haven't been told how she passed away because I don't feel it was the fall. I feel this was either natural or just like... No, I don't feel it's the fall. I feel the fall is before. And the name Margaret, or I can't even remember what I said, Sophie. Can you remember? Was it Martha? Discomfort, back problem with arm in sling or splint from fall. Lady laughed off. Well done. And I think it was Martha or Margaret. Debbie Ace, if you identify it as your mother, can you please put in a good sentence what you're taking from the message, please? Thank you. Anyone who's responding to me, because of the time delay, I don't know what you're responding to, so please put it in a good message. And the name Martha or Margaret is connected to this lady. Also, November as an anniversary of a birth or a passing. I'm just going to see if I can connect into that. So November is a passing with this lady. That's okay. No worries. Don't worry, Sophie. Thank you for helping. So I think it was Margaret and Martha. Or Marga. I can't remember. Okay. All right. Martha and Margaret. So Okay. Martha and Margaret, thank you very much. So Elizabeth Ann, can you please answer me whether you can take, don't worry about the name, don't get fixated into things because it might be her friends or something you just don't know. But can you take the fact that she fell and she hurt her arm and hurt her back? And this lady was very clumsy. She had broken crockery. Not for you. Okay. My man, do you mean Nan, Debbie? I know you're trying to type quickly, but you're saying my Nan had broken her arm. Margaret is your mum. Is that making sense, Debbie? And what about the green walls? Who's got the green living room walls? It may even be her house. I'm just seeing green living room walls. I feel this lady might have been diabetic as well because I've just seen insulin. Can you write it in a sentence, Debbie? I can't understand yes or no. And I will lose the link if we don't move on. And November passing, does that make sense? Please, Debbie. She's telling me you got a bracelet of hers that she left behind for you, a gold bracelet. My auntie or Nan. Okay. All right. So, Debbie, can you listen carefully because I need you to answer what's making sense because I can't move on until I know whether I'm in the correct space, okay? It's hard to explain. So I've got Margaret, who's your mother, connected to November, and also the Nan, you believe it is, connected to November, green walls in the living room, and preferably in your home, because that's what I kind of felt it was about, but it might not been. Happy-go-lucky, clumsy all her life, but especially near the end, fell and hurt her arm and her back. May well be diabetic, because it just showed me diabetic situations, but that may be around you as well, Debbie. Can you let me know, please? In a clear sentence would be lovely. Did she sing a lot? Is she going to sing? I'm going to let you off this one last time, Debbie. Can I have a clear sentence, please? Oh, dear. All right. Okay. All right, Debbie. Okay. I can't work with spirit like this, so I'm just going to give you a message from them and move on. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So why have you come in to speak to Debbie? All right. There's great sorrow around you at the moment, Debbie. And I feel that this is really blocking your mind. It feels like your mind is very, very full up. But one thing they're saying to me to tell you is that you must make sure your cup is full before you fill everyone else's. So there's someone around you that's going through a similar scenario, and you're actually giving them a lot of support, but you need to save that energy and that time for yourself. I do feel there's an answer you're looking for, but you need to start asking the questions of spirit to get those answers. Communication is the key, and I feel that this is why we have this scenario right now as well. I want to give you a connection that there's a gold bracelet from this lady, and it may well be with your mother rather than yourself. And do please keep an eye on your mother, because every now and then she's feeling a bit lonely at the moment. I want to give you an angel cake, which is the 3 coloured cakes, and I just want you to just treat yourself a bit kinder. Lots and lots of love there. Thank you for working with me, Debbie Ace. Thank you. Okay. All right, next spirit friend then, please. Okay, I've got a fellow with me. He's he thinks we're all a bit stupid. I don't think he would have believed in this at all when he was having his earthly carnation. And it's a case of little bit confused. Okay, little bit confused. What on earth is going on here? Is what he's saying. Okay. Comes in with a lovely smell of petrol or gasoline. So someone who'd love to tink, or a mechanic. And I feel with this gentleman, he was quite returned, I think is the word you're looking for. And he's got quite a lovely chubby belly. He'd be very cuddly, but he would only be very cuddly in the house. He wouldn't be outside. He put on a face outside the house that he was one of the lads, okay? He's showing me he's got a tattoo on his top of his arm, on his left arm, because you're opposite to me, guys. And I really feel that there is some connection to ex-military services. I also feel that there may have been an issue with drink at one point, but I feel that as life went on, he actually slowed this down, and he did have some liver damage from this, because this is what they're showing me. He's also showing me that he had either COPD or some kind of breathing issue, because I'm finding it quite hard to breathe right now, okay? He's telling me that his end of life, he just collapsed. I don't know whether it was ever found out why he collapsed, but it was just a natural fall and a natural passing, okay? And I do feel that his daughter is on this broadcast. So please, if you can take any of this, let me know. I'm getting with this person a connection around about winter time. So it'll be around about December, November, December, a strong connection with this person. And I've also just heard a motorbike. So be a bit of a biking fanatic or a biker. Lots, and that's great. Okay. Ooh, sorry, I'm just getting through the comments. He's now a believer now, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He's a bit surprised. He's a bit flufluxed. I'm not quite certain. You're describing my father-in-law and Debbie Ace's dad. Okay. So Bobby Quintana. Fella didn't believe in spirit while alive. Confused. Bobby, please put in a concise sentence that which you understand that Sophie's typed up. Please, that would be fantastic. While you're doing that, I'm going to just test the energy. Bobby is in Utah, so we're going to have to wait a minute because there's a bit of a delay. So, am I with Bobby, please? Okay, I believe I am with Bobby, but we'll just check what's making sense to her, please. And Simon's also mentioning, I think, Simon, you need a little bit of support, don't you? Because I think there's a lot of underlining messages in other people's readings tonight for you. I don't feel I'm with you. Bobby feels much stronger. Something about fishing as well. I've just been told that he would be loving fishing. He liked that time on his own to just sit and do not very much. Watch the world go by. Okay. He wasn't like-minded in the Navy. So is there a connection with petrol or being a mechanic or a tinker? Did he have a chubby belly? Was he like showed his affection at home but not outside? And what about the liver damage? And the breathing is important because that was a physical thing that they gave me. He collapsed at home. Okay. That's your father-in-law. Okay. He had a cabin down the dirt road from mine. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Okay. Am I right to say, Bobby, that your husband has got his fishing kit? Or his hunting kit? There's a box with things inside it that belong to him. And he did have a belly, had emphysema and COPD. Well, thank you, because that's exactly what I got. So that makes sense. Can you just confirm with me that your husband has a box? It might be fishing weights or hunting gear, or even both. I'm just seeing like a box with, it's hard to explain because I'm feeling into it. I can't physically see it right now. Something going on with you, Bobby, at the moment with your territory, with your territory or with your local territory. There's something going on. There's shifts being made. And I feel that they want you to stand out. It's all right, Amy Marie. I know Simon. I think he's being a bit funny. It's all okay, Simon. He gets messages all the time. Thank you for being so kind and caring, Amy Marie. Appreciate it. Yes, he has his gun and a little tackle box. That's what I wanted to give you, because I think it has a folding knife in it, which is why I thought it was hunting, but you use a knife for fishing anyway, don't you? So with this folding knife, does it have mother of pearl or like bone or something like that? Some natural material on the handle and rivets, because that's what I'm being shown. Liver damage. Thank you. And check in with your husband, aren't you? Thank you. Poor man. So if you can confirm the knife, that would be amazing, because it would just give me proof that, yes, it does. Lovely. I assume that's, you're talking about knife. Please put in a sentence, because no one will understand and neither will I. But there's something going on around you at the moment, Bobby, with territory. Okay, this is really important. He's saying to you, must stand your ground. Okay. Must stand your ground. The knife does have like mother of pearls. Thank you very much. I got it in front of you maybe. But there's something, like I said, now third time, because it just wants to say to you that it's your land. Okay, I don't know what it is, But if it hasn't come up, there's something coming around. It's not going to be a problem. And I don't want you to think it's a problem, but you just need to get the information to prove it is your property. Okay. All right. Those of you on the broadcast who are talking negatively, can you please stop? It's not very pleasant. Thank you. There's 84 people here, and I'm going to read for 7. Okay. Thank you very much, Amy Marie. That's very kind of you. Appreciate it. So I'm good, Bobby. I will always stand my ground. I know exactly what property. Excellent. Okay. But it's just saying you need to make sure you find the deeds or the paperwork. There's something that needs to be proven. And he's just trying to help you cut through the whatever he would call it, because it feels that it could be very long-winded if you don't have the physical proof. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Also, Bobby, is there a story with this gentleman and a bear? He's just shown me a grizzly bear. I feel there's some really daft story or like long-winded or a joke. I'm not quite certain what it is. He's shown me this bear and it's almost like, I don't quite know what it is. Thank you, Sherry Oliver. That's very kind. I just feel that there's like a story that he said he fought a bear or ran away from a bear or something, and he just wants to bring it to you as a memory that like shows his funner side of him, really, because I really feel that he unfortunately felt that he needed to put on a face for other people, and he kind of wishes he hadn't. But I mean, we can't live with regrets. We can't live with regrets. So I'm just waiting for Bobby to respond. She is in Utah, so it just won't be a moment. And thank you for the kind words. Oh, we had a dog named Bear. Okay, so it's been cryptic. But there's also a story about a bear. Maybe ask your husband, because it might be something you don't know of. But he always talked about his dog Bear. Okay. That might be why I was just shown a bear. They're working very cryptically tonight. It's obviously a new way of doing things. Okay. Your husband, he is saying, needs to look at his feet. They're looking a bit worn out. You know, he needs to look after himself a little bit better. And he's just saying, look after them well, because they, you know, they carry you a lot. And I just feel he's a very practical man. I don't feel that he's got anything mushy or lovey to say to you. You know, he thinks the world of both of you, but it's like he would never express it when he was there. So why would he express it right now? But it's a case of he's very proud of you, because there's something you both have got through, may even be something within your marriage that you got through, and you're coming out the other side. And I really feel that's important to say. I won't say it, but something about bear in the woods. Okay. All right. I won't say it, but something about bear in the woods. Okay. You don't need to say it, darling. It's lovely to have that confirmation. So I'm just going to ask him for a gift for you, and then we're going to move on. Bobby, he just wants to give you a really brightly multicolored feather. I don't quite know what relevance it has, but it's almost like he wants a feather for your hat. So maybe he used to wear a hat with a feather in, and he just wants to put a feather in your hat and just say you're doing a really good job. and you're looking after her son well. All right. Lots of love there. Thank you very much for working with me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's very kind. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. I'll teach you all something that who are half cup empty people. My cup is half empty now, but it's half full as well. Your mind creates. So maybe the reason you don't get them is because you're not creating them. Yeah? Okay. Move on. Okay. Oh. So I've got a lady here with me that would like to present herself. She's got very wide legs because she's showing me she's got very wide legs. She's showing me that she'll quite often sit back in the chair and find it quite hard to get back out of the chair. So she's quite a large lady. I do feel that she had issues with sores or uncomfortable parts of her buttocks. I'm sorry, but I have to give it because they're giving it to me. And I feel that this lady wasn't particularly old when she passed, but I feel that there's something connection to an ulcer, because that's what I'm being told. And I feel it's an ulcer in the stomach that connects to this lady. Get the name Timothy or Tim that's connected to this lady as well. And I feel that this lady was in her younger years, she was very connected in the community. She was very much, I don't know whether she's like a scout leader or part of the scouts, something very similar. She's part of the community spirit. And I just feel that she got to a point where her condition of her stomach especially, and her swollen legs, I feel it's lymphoma because they're telling me it's lymphoma. But the swelling of the legs actually meant that she couldn't do an awful lot. And this caused a lot of frustration. There is someone here who would have supported this woman. I could see them bringing in plastic bags every week on a Friday. And I feel that this lady needed a lot of support. She needed everything done for her, including her body wash. So I'm hoping that someone can take this information. It's connected to the name Tim or Timothy. And yes, okay. Seeing the number 88 with this person. So 88 is going to be the number of a door or number of a year, 1988. Can you please let me know? Oh, bless you, Louise Marie Hunt, sending loads and loads of healing. Lymphoma's ghastly, isn't it? I'm so sorry. So can anyone take this lady, please? So she's a lady, she's got very wide legs, found it hard to get out the chair, hard to get up. And she had sores on her bottom or uncomfortable bottom. She had a stomach ulcer. She's connected to someone called Tim or Timothy. And she had a very big community spirit when she could move more. She had lymphoma in the legs and needed a lot of support. Someone on this show or on this, please, if you're watching on a watch party, come to Indigo Starseed Psychic Medium. I won't see your comments, and I really don't want to not place your loved one in spirit to you. So please do come and speak up. If you can take everything except for the name, please do speak. Sometimes the names are something that doesn't make any sense to you initially, or something that you may not know of. This lady has definitely got a gold cross around her neck. So she's a lady of some faith. Okay. And there's a connection of the number 88 or the number of 1988. Because I'm seeing 88. So can anyone place this lady, please? Yours is in the arm. Oh, yours is in the arm. Oh, Louise Marie, I'm sorry to hear that. It's horrible. Bless you. We'll all send you healing, darling. She was a nurse. Okay. Okay. So Kathleen Casey, I'm just going to put your comment up. Can you just let me know what you can take out of the message? So the information I've given already. So it's a lady, she had very wide legs, find it hard getting out the chair, have sores in her buttocks. She may have not even told you that. She had an ulcer or discomfort in her stomach. I do fear it's an ulcer. Name Tim or Timothy's connected with her, community spirit, and lymphoma in the legs. So you may have not known it's lymphoma. I do not know this woman. Okay, thank you. Good night, darling. So Kathleen Casey, can you just speak up, please? Okay. This lady would also like to knit. And there's something to do with knitting a baby some clothes. So she would have knit some baby clothes before she passed. She may even be mid-making. I'm not sure. Can you take that, Kathleen, please? Just waiting for Kathleen to respond. Okay. Kathleen, can you please answer my questions? Having trouble with your audio. So can you not hear me, Kathleen, or are you not able to see? Sophie, could you write up what I've just said as best you can? So Kathleen's just saying she's having trouble with the audio, but I don't quite know what that's meaning. Okay. So Kathleen, this lady is showing me that she was knitting baby's clothing before she passed. She may have been mid-knitting, or she may have finished the clothing before she passed. Difficulty sending out your messages. Okay. All right. Thank you for letting me know, Kathleen, but I really do need a response. She was not a knitter. Okay. If she wasn't a knitter, Kathleen, did you have a baby just before she passed? I can misinterpret what she is showing me. Or did you have a baby just after she passed? Okay. Karen Hunt, don't worry about Tim. Okay, Tim might just be someone she knew that you didn't know. Can you please put in a clear sentence what you can take? Thank you. Sophie Trapp's written the list. Okay. So Karen, does it make sense with the knitting, please? And does 88 make sense? 1988 or 88 on a door? Okay. So Karen Hunt, can you listen well, please? Because this link is getting weaker by the second. I've got a lady with very wide legs. She found it very hard to get out of the chair, had sore buttocks, may have not told you. Also in the stomach was knitting baby clothes or knitting when she passed, or just finished knitting baby clothes when she passed. You met in 88. Okay, we are with Karen. Thank you very much. Thank you for trying. Okay. All right. So this lady, can you connect to the community spirit as well, please, Karen? Okay. Met in 1988. That makes sense. Okay. So this lady had a lot of discomfort around her stomach. And Karen, there's something going on around you at the moment, which you're having a discomfort in your stomach, but she wants to tell you not to worry. It's not like hers. Okay. So I'm hoping that makes sense. Was expecting a new baby when she passed, school dinners and wide community. Okay. So she was more part that. Lovely. Sorry, that's not lovely that happened, but yes. I feel that she's seen the baby, though. Is it right, Karen, to say it's a baby boy because she's showing me blue as the clothing? Can you just confirm that for me, please? That makes sense, my stomach. Yeah, don't worry about it, but do get it checked out because neither me or your beloved in spirit are doctors. She's got a lovely temperament. She's got a lovely personality. No, it's a girl. Okay. All right. Did she think it was going to be a boy? There's some kind of discussion about thinking it was going to be a boy. Because this is where we're going with this conversation. Was there a talk about making you, Karen, a blue and a different coloured, like two tops or two clothings in case of child it was? After 3 boys. So they expected it to be a boy because of the 3 boys, but you had a girl. Okay. All right. Let's move on from that. And you supported your friend through her difficult days, didn't you, Karen? There's something about you meeting up on Friday nights or Friday afternoons. Can this make sense to you, please? Can you give me something that she's got? It is her grandchildren. Okay. Her grandchildren. Right. So, okay. I'm a bit confused. I didn't see much at the end. Said goodbye a few weeks before. Okay. But there was a period of time when you saw each other every week. Is this your friend or your family, Karen? Because I'm utterly confused by what you've responded. Too many people wanted to say goodbye. Karen, can you confirm, is this his family or this is your friend? Because I'm just confused by a conversation completely. Your best friend. Okay. I lost my best friend in 2017, so I know how it feels to some degree. Okay. There's just something going on with you at the moment, Karen, where you're trying to make a decision. And I feel this is quite a large decision on permanent situations. I'm going to say it in this way because I want to say it cryptically. Just know that you'll make the right decision. Know you'll make the right decision. There's something about you talking to her about what you want to do and where to go and getting the advice, but you'd always go with your own way anyhow. So just know that she's always there for you. I've just heard the name Helen that's connected to this person as well. And I just feel that you're always connected to her, and she's very close to you. In fact, she's very close to you indeed. She's seen you looking through holiday brochures or some kind of big purchase you're looking for at the moment. It's your best friend. Lovely. She also showed me that you've got it's either a trinket box or a little ornament or something that she left for you or gave you. This is important to say because it's something that you keep that's very, very precious because it reminds you of her. And she just wants to say that she's always very, very close. Very true. Her photo on my wall here, she's very, very close. Sometimes you think you see those eyes move, and I just know she's watching. She's always watching. Okay. So I'm hearing a song. Wait me a minute. Let me see if I can grasp it. Walking on sunshine, yeah. Walking on sunshine, yeah. Walking on sunshine. And it's time to feel good, yeah. All right, it's time to feel good. Check out the song Walking on Sunshine. I can't remember the rest of the lyrics, but she wants to give that to you. And I'm sure she's sure she's watching. She just saying, remember the good times. Remember the times when you can move around and you go dancing and go have a good time. Don't remember the times when you didn't get a chance to spend with her. Don't remember the end, because the end was very sad. I feel that she was in quite a solemn state, and maybe her appearance was quite uncomfortable, because that's what I'm being told. But she's just saying that she's dancing around to the disco music and just having a great, great time. I'm glad I got the song out because I knew what it was, but I couldn't quite grasp it to pass it to you. But I really, it was Katrina and the Waves, or Trina and the Waves. Katrina and the Waves, I think it was. Thank you, Wendy. That's great. So Karen's just said, I can take that. We sang that lot. So she's just saying, remember those times, not the times that you know were recent. And she's always, always close to you. Is there someone having a baby in your family right now, Karen? Can you let me know that, please? And I'm going to give you a gift from her. Okay. She will be dancing forever. Absolutely. Dancing Queen's just come in as well. I think she'd just throw in those songs. Okay. The thing that she gave to me a moment ago was a gladioli, and but close baby's due. Well, she might have been a bit sneaky and give you an idea of what's going to come, because she definitely showed me what she showed me. What I was going to say to you is she gave me gladioli. And then the moment she gave me gladioli, she reminded me of the Drop Dead Fred sketch where he sneezes and jumps around the room. So hopefully that's got some relevance to you. Maybe you need a bit of uplift and a bit of light-hearted, silly fun. And Rick Mail is definitely good for that. So maybe look up Drop Dead Fred. You might enjoy it. Lots and lots of love there. Thank you for working with me, Karen Hunt, and thank you for being concise with your response. I appreciate it. And if you consider leaving me a review, I'd appreciate it also. So I've got one more spirit family or friend to come through and communicate. Oh, thank you, Wendy. It's important, isn't it? It's important these people meet their beloveds. And thank you for speaking up, because I know it's a little nerve-wracking for you, Karen Hunt, but it's important people speak up. Otherwise, I do lose the link. And I do need concise messages. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I've got a gentleman with me now that wants to present himself to the room. I feel that he would be very formal because this is the way he's talking to me. And he's saying that, you know, there were times when he laid back and he tutted and sighed quite a lot because I could hear the sort of feeling sound thing. I feel that he would sit with one arm up quite regularly because this is not something I would do as a stance. And I feel that he was quite a well sat up man. I feel that he was a businessman. He certainly owned his own, I don't know what it was, his own business or his own franchise. I'm not quite certain, but I just feel that he was very astute in business. Like he knew what he was doing. He dealt with his own books. He dealt with his own figures. It's giving me that he's someone's father on here. And I feel that very much that he would deal with his own books at home. So they would have seen him writing in his books. In his books that he's showing me, it's black and red on the outside. It's like a marble pattern picture on the outside. Someone on here should understand this. There's definitely a connection in May, and I feel that's a passing, and I feel that someone really, really missed the fact they couldn't visit the grave in May. Please, please, can someone take this information? I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Hello, Linda. Just about to finish, I'm afraid. So got a gentleman who's someone's father. He's a businessman. I've not frozen. It'll be your screen or it'll be Facebook. One of the two. I've not frozen. I'm streaming from StreamYard and it's infallible. So I've got a businessman. If not a businessman, had his own business of some form. He's shown me he would write in his books. He's very formal, tutted and sighed a lot, would sit with one arm up. Someone's father on here, and they would see him writing in his ledger, and he would call it a ledger. It was the book, and it's red and black and white on the outside, the marbly pattern. Hiya. See you, Siobhan. See you tomorrow night. That's all right. The book is it's a ledger, so it's to do with his accounts, and it's red, black, and white marble on the outside. And they would have seen it at home. He did his books at home. Oh, thank you, Andy. Bless you. Astute, clever, sounds structural. No connection to May, though. Okay. Right. There's no connection to you having a loved one. I know your family, but I don't remember. I do apologize. But Andy, there's no connecting to you within your family of May, because it's to do with the bereavement in May and not being able to visit the grave. Thank you for being here, by the way, darling. Love you lots. Businessman, clever, but not father, though. Black and red book, formal tatted side. No connection to May, though. Ooh, got a very interesting situation going on here. Okay. I feel I'm probably with Andy, actually. I was going to say, is it your dear mother? I love your mother so much. I've had the most amazing times in my life with your mum. She's just great conversation. Okay. All right. So there's definitely something going on around you, Andy, where someone's losing the sense of taste a bit. And there's a bit of concern with this. And I just feel that this beloved's just come in to say that everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. I do feel there's great changes coming around you and the family. And I do feel that these are going to benefit you, but they will feel a bit daunting to start with. So there's some differences happening. This person really wants to come in and help you get things organized. I know you're really organized. I'm not being rude to you. Andy's like the most intelligent, organized person I know. But it's a case of there's things that need to be put into order. And I do feel going forward, Andy, at some point you're going to look into being a consultant or rather than being employed. So if this hasn't happened already, this is coming in for you. I want to give you from this gentleman a show me again. It's a like the hunter's antlers. I don't know what they're called, but you know, you have them hanging on the wall. And I just feel this is something really connected to him. There may also be a connection to Scotland as well, Andy, because it's taken me to a place I've been to in Loch Ness. And I do feel there's a connection with Scotland there. So, oh, Andy, my father had, oh no, she was special. She was incredibly special. And there's something, like I said, Andy, something about May that you couldn't visit the grave. Is this making sense? He's looking at consultancy. Okay. Could be for Andrew through you, because Andrew's never going to come on my show. But it's a case of making sure that he really deals with the paperwork beforehand, because it feels like the demand is going to be very, very strong. And he needs to have all the little bits done before he starts doing what he's setting his mind to. It's like he kind of thinks that it's going to kind of work, and they're telling me it's going to steamroll. It is going to steamroll. So it could well be Andrew. Okay. Andrew's your partner. I'm all lost. Anyway, it could be for Andrew. Yes. I'm lost in my mind right now. So I don't know if this is something you're feeling, Andy. Maybe you're feeling like you don't really know you're coming or going, because it just, my mind's really and couldn't visit mum's grave this May due to shielding dad. Well, I've communicated with your mum before, because she's come to me in circle, and she's all fine. She's having a lovely glass, and she's just, you know, got her glad rags on. It's like she's on a cruise all the time. And I just feel that she just wants to raise a glass to you and say you're doing such an amazing job. And, you know, I'm going to say it because she's saying it, but she's saying she wishes she was the mother you are. But I'm sure she was, absolutely certain of it. At some points in my life, she was like my second mother as well. So just so you guys know, I've known Andy since I was 3. So she's part of my family pretty much. So, yeah, very confused at the moment. Lots going on. Just take some time out. Take some time out. There's some situations around the kids, or at least one child. You've got to make some big decisions. just take some time out and rest. It may even be that going away somewhere else, away from people for a little bit, just to have that respite, just to have that like peace of mind to know what to do going forward, because it feels like there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders. And it's like with the situation of schooling and things, you don't really know quite what's happening. It's in a bit of a flux. But I do feel like go like water, flow like water. Try not to plan everything. I know you're a major planner. You're really organized. I've already said that. But try not to plan everything so you don't sort of get scuppered when things don't quite go to plan. I want to give to you my own phrase, which is sometimes things don't go to plan, they go better. And I really feel that's coming around you. I want to send my utmost love to Ted. And I do feel that Ted has been dreaming of your mother. I don't feel he'll ever tell you this or necessarily in conversation, but she's just saying she nips in and makes sure he's okay every now and then. So just know that your beloveds in spirit are so, so close to you. There's something about children baking the other week, and I don't know whether they burnt something or something went wrong with the baking, but they're just bringing that to my attention just to let you know they're very, very close. So I'm going to leave you, Andy, with a gift from her. She wants to give you a diamond tennis bracelet. Oh, she's posh, isn't she? I love Jack. She's brilliant. So she wants to give you a diamond tennis bracelet. And absolutely, they think of each other. They're still matched. They're still soul to soul, really. But that's a bit weird and wacky and probably not really understood. But it's true that, you know, she's still very, very close. But she wants to give you a diamond tennis bracelet. So it may well be one that you received from her when she passed. But she just wants to give you that and tell you that you're doing an amazing job. Everything you decide is always the right decision. And I love you lot, Sandy, and I hope sometime soon we can meet up with you and the family. And it's been an absolute pleasure to give you a reading. Thank you very much. I still have the dreaded tennis bracelet. It's not really your style, is it, sweet? Is it? Maybe there's been a thought of maybe you want to fund something a bit more funner with it. Well, she's just saying thumbs up. Do what you want to do. Your decisions you make will never be wrong. Lots and lots of love. Thank you very much. And that was, oh, that's amazing. All these years, I've not read for hardly any of my old family friends. And I've known Andy since I was 3. And that's her first reading from me. So thank you very much, Andy, for speaking up. And Jack's just, oh, she's so awesome. I remember being in Latvia and we were talking all night just about amazing things. She's so open. Wonderful, wonderful soul. And the energy I can feel very strong. So anyway, thank you guys for being with me. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for interacting. Thank you for sharing the love of spirit. Please remember, it's never, ever about myself. And I'm Indigo Starseed Psychic Medium, as I said earlier, but it's always about the message, not the messenger. Lots of love, and I'll see you next week at 7:30. Take care. Oh, she's saying, I remember you as a bump. Bless. Good night. Take care. Be kind to each other and keep that glass half full, not half empty. Lots and lots of love. Bye-bye.